give you guys a good backdrop of the parking lot here. We got the stadium in the background.
Live?
Yeah.
We are live. You can see Jordan Elliott there in the background. Javier Vega. What's up? All right. For those that are here in the chat, do me a favor and hit me up. Let me know that you can hear the audio all right. I want to see some chats coming in. Let me know that you hear the audio. I'm here with Steph Sanchez. Excited to get this going. We're going to talk about a few Niners topics. Bang, bang. I see Walker Utter in there. We got game day, baby. Let's go. I'm seeing the chats coming in. Hit me up if you can hear me well in there. Audio sounds great. That's fantastic, Beachmaster. You got the stadium in the background. What you don't see on the other side here is legitimately a party going on with Niner faithful. Steph, welcome to the program, first and foremost. Got to meet you in person. It's a pleasure watching you on the podcast. I'm excited to be here with you. How's it feel being amongst the Niner faithful here in Denver?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I've actually lived in Denver now for like about a year now, so anytime I could be around like-minded Niner fans, it's always a great time.
Yes, it is. I'm surprised by the turnout here. Again, we'll get you guys a shot of it in the live when we can, but there's a lot of Niner fans partying right now. We're still two hours prior to the game, and the Niner faithful are here in mass.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know the 49er fans always travel well. It doesn't matter if it's a regular season game, preseason game, or the playoffs. You know, we in there deep. So, I mean, this is as expected, I think.
Absolutely as expected. Again, we'll get you some shots of the crowd. Hit the like button so more and more people can see the live stream. Crank this up. We're going to get some Niner faithful on here. We've got Javier's going to make an appearance. We've got Jordan Elliott going to come in here. We'll ask him some crazy-ass questions. Get this thing going. All right, the first thing I wanted to talk about, Steph, is obviously we're dealing with the return of George Kittle in this one. Kittle set to make his first appearance of the season. What kind of a difference do you think that's going to make, both in the run game and as a comfort level for Jimmy Garoppolo coming into this?
I think it definitely is going to make a difference. Obviously, the run game has still been effective without George Kittle, you can say. I mean, the 49ers are fourth in rushing yards, but I think it's going to be up to like George Kittle being out there to take them to that like next level where, you know, the last time George Kittle played the Broncos, he had that crazy performance, 200 yards. We need to see more of that. We need that George Kittle to show up today, and I think we'll get that.
I do too. I see an inspired George Kittle coming out of the gate. You know that he's pissed off. He's the type of guy that does read social media, right? He may not comment on it all the time. Chris Royal, I see that super chat coming in. Let's get it, y'all. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Get the dub. But George Kittle is definitely a guy who hears the noise. He hears the criticism. And let's be honest, that the faithful have been vocal in saying George Kittle's health has become a concern. I would look for him to come out and physically dominate in this game, both in the run game, both out there blocking for whomever's getting the majority of these carries. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But also, again, out there in the pass game, running over some fools in the Denver secondary.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan actually brought up, he tweeted out a great stat. He posted the 49ers rushing stats, but also the fact that the Broncos have allowed the fifth most rushing yards through the first two games. So that already tells you this is a great, favorable matchup for the 49ers. And of course, you add George Kittle into that, I think we're going to see a lot of run game in this one.
It makes it that much easier for the Niners to do what they want to do in the run game when they have a blocker like George Kittle. Obviously, Kyle Juszczyk and the versatility that he offers within the scheme. You got a wide receiver like Jawan Jennings. When he's out there, he blocks like a monster. Clearly, you'll see Charlie Warner out there. But a big question mark for me in this one is the running back by committee situation that we see today.
Yeah.
Obviously, with Elijah Mitchell out for the remainder of the first half of the season, it looks like TDP shelved for the next 3 or 4 games. I'm wondering if we're going to see a taste of Jordan Mason today, man. We have gotten a lot of excitement about him through the preseason. I'd like to see it under the lights.
I wouldn't wonder. I would expect it at this point.
Yes.
I mean, we've all been waiting for this, right? And it's unfortunate that it took injuries to see Jordan Mason in a regular season game, but I think we're finally going to get that. I mean, Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to remain the RB1, but we're going to see a lot of Jordan Mason mixed in with Marlon Mack.
Love to see it. I am curious one of the questions I have, we're going to bring some fans on, and I want to ask them some quick hitting over-under predictions. One of the questions I have is, will Marlon Mack get a significant number of carries in this one, or will it be a combination more of Jordan Mason that gets those second carries behind Jeff Wilson Jr.? It'll be fascinating to see it play out on the field. Definitely want to talk about the enemy on the other side on offense. Obviously, Russell Wilson, you can see maybe in the background, you can't quite see it on the broadcast because Jordan's stout Sharks jersey is blocking it out, but you see right Russell Wilson back there on the stadium. Obviously, someone that we've gone up against a lot. 16-4 in the regular season against the Niners. Do you think that we are able to get over that Russell Wilson hump today against Denver?
If there's any time that the 49ers are going to do it, it's going to have to be today, because the Broncos through these first 2 weeks have looked shaky at best, right? Yes. I mean, you know, Nathaniel Hackett being a new head coach and Russell Wilson not having played in the preseason, he's still getting that, like, I guess, chemistry going with the rest of the offense, and you can tell, you know. So I think this is an opportunity for the 49ers to take advantage of that, the fact that they're, you know, the Broncos are still figuring things out, they're working out the kinks. The 49ers have to come in here and, you know, establish what they do best, their defense.
Yes. The defense is going to be paramount in this one. I wonder, Russell Wilson hasn't scrambled all that much to begin this season.
Yes.
The 49ers with the wide nine is susceptible to getting gashed by a mobile quarterback on occasion. In particular, if we're not sound in our contain, right, out on the edge. Many times I have seen, not to put Eric Armstead under the bus because he's a phenomenal player, but many times I've witnessed Eric Armstead a little bit of over pursuit on Russell Wilson against the Seahawks. Russell Wilson breaking contain and shredding us for that killer 20-25-yard run. I'm not anticipating to see Russell Wilson scamper too many times today, but I would anticipate one or two at key times in this matchup.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, if you've noticed, like, he doesn't seem like the same scrambler that he used to be, like back in Seattle. And I don't know if that's just part of the comfort level that he maybe just hasn't gotten in Denver quite yet. But again, this is the time for the 49ers to take advantage and establish their defense early and the entire game. They have to be on it.
Most definitely is. I want to pull Jordan Elliott surprise into the program. Are you ready for a program appearance here, Jordan?
Can I hear you? How am I
you can stay on, Steph. You just hear me because I'm right here, and then you talk into that. Jordan, what are the keys to the matchup today?
Score more points than the Broncos.
Scoring more points than the Broncos. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. That is the key to victory for the 49ers to walk away with the W today. They need to outscore Denver. This is revolutionary stuff. This is why at Niners Nation, Jordan is the most respected reporter. Jordan, what are some more keys to victory?
Some real keys to victory are going to be getting pressure early, not allowing the Broncos to open up the play action part of the playbook. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to have the same kind of escapability, but I do think that the 49ers, they have a 47% pressure rate through 2 games. The defensive line's going to eat. It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to contain Russ once that pocket collapses, limit the mistakes. I think they're the better team. I think they're going to win. It'll be close, but I just think it really comes down to who wins in the trenches. And right now, the 49ers offensive line's been really good. They've allowed fewer pressures than any team in the NFL, and they're getting pressure at a rate as high as anybody in the NFL, so you got to feel pretty good about their chances.
With Eric Armstead out, what type of a difference do you anticipate that's going to make in our ability to stop the run? I see Denver with 2 running backs averaging 5 yards per carry. I almost had to catch my camera right there. It's all good. Do you think that the loss of Eric Armstead is going to be felt? And can you speak a little bit to how Hassan Ridgeway and Kevin Givens might be performing to this point?
Yeah, will absolutely be felt. But at the end of the day, Kevin Givens and Hassan Ridgeway have both been incredible through 2 games. I've been a big Kevin Givens truther for a long time now. So I think this is the kind of game where he can really make his presence felt. He had 3 tackles for loss last week versus Seattle. So not only is he good against the run, he's really good as a pass rusher on the interior as well when they line him up as a 3-tech. So I think both those guys have the opportunity to really shine today. And I liked what I saw from Akeem Spence during training camp too. So having a veteran like that you can call up on short notice, it's going to be it's going to be a battle. But I think that, between that And then what you've got at the edge position, Bosa is one of the best run defending edges in football, but Samson Ebukam is number 2 in the entire NFL right now among all outside linebackers and defensive ends in run stop win rate. He has been phenomenal stopping the run. So at the end of the day, you got to feel pretty good. Even with Armstead out, it's going to hurt, but the 49ers are as deep as anybody on the D-line. So
when you compare, statistically speaking, between the 2 Denver running backs averaging 5 yards per carry and the 49ers defense obviously only giving up 2.6 yards per carry, you feel that there's more give from one side or the other? Do you think that Denver will be able to drag that average up for the 49ers D, or will the 49ers D be able to drag that average down for Denver?
I think it'll be somewhere in the middle. I'd expect somewhere around like 3.8, just shy of 4 tonight is where I'm probably going to be at, where I would project it. I think Javonte Williams is very talented. Melvin Gordon's very talented. And I think, again, losing Armstead really does, it hurts. You can overcome it, but it does hurt. So I think if the 49ers are able to hold them under 4 yards a carry, that's a victory tonight.
That's fantastic. Jordan Elliott, ladies and gentlemen, you know his work. You follow him on Twitter. Smash the like button for the live stream right now. Jordan, I appreciate that. I want to bring in Javier Vega, if you don't mind.
Hey, go Sharks!
We've got another special guest here. We're going to bring in everyone that we can on this live stream. You know him, you love him, Javier Vega. Javier, welcome to the stream. First of all, pleasure to meet you in person, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has.
Too long.
Too long.
Good.
Absolutely.
We're here now.
What do you think of this vibe out here? The faithful haven't seen what's behind the camera. I am going to show it to them, but it's lit.
Yeah, Denver has a pretty good turnout with the 49ers fan base. It's pretty loaded. I've been to a lot of stadiums. This one's been pretty darn good. Even last night, shout out to John Chapman, Wayne Breezy. They threw a really good party. There's a lot of Niner fans out here, so it should be a lot of red tonight. When you're watching Sunday Night Football, not the stuff behind the screen here, but even down the road a little bit there. So Niners fans turned out. They did their thing. It's just Russell Wilson, man. It's Russell.
Yeah. There's a lot of hatred to go around.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm so tired of Russell, but he's not in Seattle anymore, so he can't really hurt us that much.
That's right.
We'll see what happens.
What do you see as the keys to the game in this one? How do you think the 49ers hold the advantage against Denver?
It's the Niners, just a run game. Niners have to control the line of scrimmage, right? Trent Williams has to play better. Spencer Burford got to keep doing his thing. Aaron Banks and Brendel have to, control the middle. We have a familiar face across the line. DJ Jones, he's familiar with Brendel. He's familiar with Aaron Banks, so he's had success against them in training camp before. So we'll see how that looks. So DJ Jones is kind of a concern for me. We all seen him dominate centers when he was with the Niners. So
yes, we
have
have
a center that is not proven just yet. So that's a really good matchup. I think DJ Jones versus Brendel's gonna be a big one. And then of course, how is Kyle going to manipulate the run game now without Trey Lance, right? The run game was much better with Lance, but we'll see how this looks. And then, of course, Jimmy Garoppolo. Can he prevent the dumb turnover? Can he prevent the dumb pass? And can Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel separate from Patrick Surtain, right? And then, of course, how does Kittle look against potentially Jeffrey Simmons, right? Or Justice Simmons, excuse me. So I think the Niners got this one, and I think they got this game, but there's some key matchups here. Simmons, Surtain, DJ Jones, and of course our younger guys on the offensive line. Are
you a little bit surprised in the offensive line that so far to this point you have seen a couple of struggles from Trent Williams, a little bit out of character, and the interior line has looked very stout? Would you anticipate going forward that maybe we see a little bit of regression from the interior younger linemen as we play some stiffer competition? And Trent Williams, would you expect him to round back into his 99 overall Madden form?
Yeah, I expect Trent Williams to get back to normal. This is where the DJ Jones thing's coming into effect. You mentioned it, right? Stiffer competition. Aaron Donald comes to town next week, right? That interior defensive line for the Rams comes into town next week. And let's be honest, the Broncos have a really good defensive line. So this is where Burford, Brendel, and Banks have to be on their A game, especially with Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, what helps the 49ers is Jimmy Garoppolo is a guy who gets the ball out quickly, quick release. Less 2.5 seconds. It gives them time to get the ball out. They're going to do what they need to do there. So it's just, the biggest thing tonight, third down conversions, red zone conversions. They got to do what they got to do in there, out of those two specific places, and they should be fine. As long as they stay 3rd and 6 or less, they should be rather successful. And then if you get to the red zone, try to get to the red zone with, 2nd and short, 3rd and short. That way you can convert on these red zone opportunities. That's, That's going to be the biggest difference in this game, I think.
Keeping the down and distance manageable. That makes a ton of sense. Speaking of the running backs and getting that run game going, beyond Jeff Wilson Jr., who I would anticipate is the bell cow in carries today, how would you see it breaking out between Marlon Mack and Jordan Mason, who is the fan favorite everyone wants to see get some carries after what he was able to do in the preseason?
I'm probably going to go with Mason, to be honest with you. Marlon Mack has had an Achilles issue. He kind of never bounced all the way back. Give the kid a chance. Jordan Mason, he lost his job to Gibbs, right? Gibbs is also the starting running back for the Alabama Crimson Tide right now. So Jordan Mason has some really good talent. He's explosive. There's going to be opportunities for him in this run game, and as long as the Niners can make some lanes for him and get going, we should be fine. So the Niners got to get the run game going early, keep Jimmy Garoppolo to under 25 attempts, and this is how you win the game, right?
Yes.
Good defense, strong defense. I like our matchup with Ward and E-Man versus their wide receivers. I just want to see how Hufanga handles, the potential of KJ Hamler in the slot, to see what that looks like for them. But otherwise, I think defensively we should be fine. And offensively, with the run game, you have to get the ball to Mason and Wilson early and often. Get to these short third down manageables. That's where Jimmy Garoppolo thrives. Anything 3rd and 6 or less, the numbers weigh it out. He's an above average passer in those situations. That's what you need to have success. And hey, people don't like this, but hey, Debo, stop dropping the ball. Stop dropping passes.
Right.
And George Kittle's back. So how is George Kittle going to look? George Kittle is a Sunday night football guy, right? He averages, 8 or 9 receptions a game on Sunday night football, over 120 yards, and possibly a touchdown. Say, hey, Kittle, you're back. Let's go. Let's get this thing going. Your guy's under center now. Let's see what happens.
Love it. Absolutely love it. When you look at the defense, it has been so stout so far, top 3 in many categories, except for sack totals so far. Would you expect us to rack up some sacks against Russell Wilson, or with his mobility and his ability to slide around in the pocket, do you anticipate that San Francisco will continue to get pressures but struggle to bring him down tonight?
I think they're going to struggle a little bit to get him down, right? This is a really good offensive line for Denver. 2 sacks probably tops is kind of where I'd put it at, right? Maybe Bosa gets one and you get one from Kinlaw, right? Because Russell likes to kind of stay stagnant in there for some reason lately. But if he rolls out to his right, hopefully Drake Jackson, Fred Warner, all those guys get involved. Keep things from getting over their head. They should be fine. But yeah, the pressure, I think the pressure numbers will be high. The sack numbers will be low. I think Russell is smart enough to get the ball out when he needs to do so. So he's a vet, you know what I mean? It's not like you're playing Geno Smith or Justin Fields again, right? You're playing a guy who knows this defensive line, this defensive scheme pretty well. So 2 sacks is probably where I'd put it at tonight. Bosa gets 1. Keep pace with Micah Parsons and gets to 4 sacks on the night.
Bosa's still headed for that 20.5 sack season I've predicted. I'm still calling it as of here. Javi, this has been fantastic.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to show the faithful around this parking lot and wander around and interview some fans for the hell of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go Niners. Let's go. Appreciate you, buddy.
That was Javier Vega. Appreciate you. Appreciate Jordan Elliott. Appreciate Steph Sanchez. Let me get this rolling. All right, let me know if audio drops off at all. Otherwise, I am going to continue around and show you guys what this is looking like here. All right, now you got a view. Now you guys are on camera. Say what's up to the live. All right.
LA, man, representing San Francisco. Hey, man, we're deep over here, man. The Broncos have no chance tonight.
No chance tonight. You heard it. Who do you think is going to have the breakout game for the 49ers? Statistically on offense, who you predicted?
You know what? I know that Kittle's coming back and he's hungry. That's the man right there for the night, man.
George Kittle?
Yes, George Kittle, man, for sure. On defense, my boy Hufanga, man, one more time. Let's do this.
Huff has been amazing so far. If you had to say on Nick Bosa tonight, coming after Russell Wilson, if you're taking the over or the under on 1.25 sacks, you smashing the over, you taking the under?
You know what? I'm going to take the over, man. I'm going to do that. I predicted before the season started at least 20 sacks for Bosa, and I'm going with 3 tonight.
3 tonight. I would absolutely love that. I predicted 20 sacks for Bosa on the year as well. In defense, do you think it's going to be the defensive line that gets significant pressure on Russell Wilson? Or will it be the secondary that's able to force some turnovers again today, or some combination of the two holding up Denver?
Definitely going to be a combination, man. I feel like it all starts with the defensive line. I think we're super strong, man. And if Drake Jackson gets started out there pretty quick, that secondary is going to get some picks, man, for sure.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Appreciate you coming on the show, my man. Enjoy the game. Absolutely. All right, we're going to walk around and show you what this looks like here. This live stream is now going to give you a taste as to the Niner faithful and the celebration that is going on here. People going crazy. People getting video of video. You're on live stream watching a guy get a video in here. Hit me with the chat if you can or cannot hear the audio still cleanly. I want to make sure that you guys can get this and appreciate it as we go through. Want to try and find a couple of fans, maybe even people that I know. If I come across any other YouTube streamers, you know that I will pull up and ask them a question. Hit me with those chats again if you can hear the audio well in here. Let me give you an angle where you can see the celebration. And yes, get everybody in here. Look at that stadium view. Beautiful. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate that, Alan. Appreciate you guys coming in to say that. This is a beautiful stadium view. Beautiful party of Niner faithful coming in to celebrate Sunday night football against the Denver Broncos. It was super cool to have those fellow podcasters make an appearance on the show. We will potentially continue that conversation. Yes, all right. Let's get a couple of interviews going. See if we can't find some faithful who look like they are ready to chat. I want to go in to where people are a little more animated. Get some people to talk about what's exciting for them in this one. Let me find the people that look like they've been partying a little bit. I think we got to get into the music a little bit more. Whoop. Here we go. All right, let's get you into the party. Get a sense for the dancing. Get a sense for the atmosphere. Get a sense for everybody partying in here. Hey man, you want to be on a live stream right now? You guys want to answer some questions about the Niners?
Absolutely. What's up?
All right, here, you take this microphone. All right, so what are going to be the keys to the game in this one? Who's the player that you're most excited to watch?
Obviously, Debo.
Yeah.
Jimmy has to make sure he's on point and accurate.
Where do you see Kittle?
Obviously, Kittle is him and Kittle link up a lot.
Yes.
We know that Trey and Ayuk were a good pair, but Jimmy and Debo are a good pair as well. So we have to make sure that happens. I think we can't let Denver's defense creep up on us.
Yes.
Because although I don't think Wilson's meshed well yet with
He's
the
struggling.
offense,
He's
the defense
struggling.
themselves is still doing what they need to do. So with that said, I think we can't let the defense creep up on us and shut us down. So
Nice.
Jimmy can't make Jimmy mistakes.
Now, is this the first game you guys are going to here at Denver, or you guys been here
We're
before?
from Austin, so this is our
From
first game. Yeah.
Nice, first game, both of you, first NFL
First
game?
game in Denver.
Here in Denver, that's fantastic. What's your best NFL memory? What's a game day experience that you've had that's worth
for
sharing?
Niners or in general?
In general.
That's hard, but
Ooh.
it was that game last year. Niners play at home.
Yes.
It's a great game.
Yes. So
Beautiful.
that was a great one. Me having been to many NFL games, I think as a kid I went to New Orleans as a child and saw the 49ers play New Orleans back in '98. That was my first NFL experience as a kid, so that's probably my most memorable and most cherished. But as I've gotten older, I think every game I think has its own special moment.
Yes, it does. Well said.
Yes.
I was at Chicago week 1, and that was a miserable experience, but it was still a
We should have
fantastic
won
life
that game.
experience. Yes.
I know that you have to play games in all elements, but we should have won that game.
So true.
At the end of the day, it is what it is, but I think we have a bright future for this season.
Yes, we do. Tell the people both your names. What are your names for the
Brandon,
faithful?
Chanel.
A pleasure to have you both on the stream.
thank you. Brother.
All right, appreciate it. Take care, guys. All right, we're continuing along. Look at this, we got the Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia in the house. What's up? Let's go, Niners! Yeah.
Great seeing this thing. Brandon got it on back, little bitty bitch. Ooh, wee.
Look at that. He's got the shimmy. He's got the Debo jersey. He's got the drink up in the hand. My man knows what's up. You look like you're having fun. People having a good time. Yes, we are. We are having ourselves a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get over to the dance party version of this. People want to see a little shaking and moving here. Everybody partying here, ready for the game. Oh, let's go, faithful. Yes, we do. Man, I'm loving the vibe here. I need to start partying with these people instead of filming it, but you know I had to get you a taste of what I'm eating among the fans. Enjoying the atmosphere. Almost about that time to try and get into the stadium. Go ahead and hit that like button for me if you enjoy this content. Yes. Bang, bang.
13.
Niners plus 13. I have a very legit prediction.
Yeah, they're gonna cover 13.
Tell me, riddle me this.
33.5.
233. Nick Bosa, over under 1.25 sacks.
Over.
Over, so 1.5 sacks or more.
Correct.
What about turnovers? Can the Niners keep forcing the turnovers? If I'm placing the over-under at 1.5, do they get 1 or fewer, or 2 or more?
I think they get 1. It's Hufanga. That's it.
You think Huff is just going to continue balling? That guy has absolutely showed out.
Hufanga balling all day.
Hufanga has absolutely earned himself.
Dominated defense.
What about Marlon Mack? Marlon Mack, is he going to get over or under 2.5 carries in this game?
I say under.
I do too. I think Jordan Mason. Because you're going to look at Jeff Wilson Jr. getting the vast majority of the carries, right? You put Jeff. Debo 4 or 5 carries, right? If I put Debo's over under at 4.5 carries, you going over or you going under?
I'm going under on that.
I was thinking over.
I'm going under.
That's a good over-under line, right?
I'm going under, but he's going to keep one.
I think I went over on 31 yards earlier. I go over.
Who's going to be the breakout player in this one on offense for the Niners?
Jimmy G.
I'm going Jimmy G, dude.
Jimmy G, I love the faith. Kittle. I do believe Kittle's going to come back real physical in this
Jimmy
one.
G, 300 yards.
How many 300 yards for Jimmy G. How many pancakes for George Kittle in the blocking game?
Pancakes for George Kittle.
Yeah, is it a short
Over
stack?
2. Over 2.
Oh, okay. So it's a large stack
It's
of
a large
pancakes.
stack. He's going IHOP. All you
Sean
can eat.
Preston says Mac is getting some carries tonight. All right, Sean, I hear you on that one. He might get a couple.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to have
Wilson
one.
and Debo.
I think Mac's going to have one. It's not going to go well, and he's going to sit on the bench.
Screen game to Kittle.
Yeah.
Who has the biggest game on defense for the 49ers?
Hufanga.
All about Huff.
Hufanga, baby.
All right, final score predictions.
34-17 Niners.
34-17 Niners.
27-20.
27-20 Niners.
24-13 Niners.
24-13 Niners. I appreciate all of you guys coming in for the stream. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right. We're gonna try and get a couple more folks on here. I want to see if anybody else with a familiar face shows up as well. We'll get them on the stream. William Bennett coming in. I appreciate you. I will keep up the great content. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. All right, we're gonna come in on this side of the party that's going on. A lot of faithful here. My service sucks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let me know in the comments if it's real choppy here. That's disappointing to hear. Hopefully it was just through a small section of the video and not its entirety. All right, we got the party in here. Ladies and gentlemen, knowing that the service might be rough in here. Oh, Planet Serpo, appreciate you saying it's not that bad.
Bro.
My what? Jimmy?
How's Jimmy LGB gonna do today?
Jimmy's gonna do fantastic.
Yeah.
Jimmy is gonna have a clean game. Clean game.
Okay.
Yes.
You think it's going to be 55-10 today?
I do not think it's going to be 55-10. I'm predicting that it's going to be a fairly close score in this
so
one.
do I. I don't think it's going to be 55-10.
No, I don't either. What's your? I would guess that you're going to predict a Denver victory. No,
I'm
Very
really
realistic.
nervous. I think it's going to be maybe a 23-20 Niner win.
23-20. That's a close game, and that's about where I would put it. I have it a little bit higher scoring, and the Niners getting one at the end, breaking out a little closer to 28-17. But I will not be surprised by a close one in this one.
I don't think it's going to be 55-10.
Yes. Appreciate it. Hey, good luck to you, and I hope that you enjoy the game. Absolutely. I love it when fans are super respectful to one another, even when we're opposing fan bases. Go Niners! All right, let's keep this thing rolling. A realistic Broncos fan, yes indeed. I'm glad to hear that people are saying the stream is better. People always want to say what's up when you're on the stream. Let's get some more people in here. Hold up. We're flipping it around. En español.
Hola a todos los 49ers fans. Aquí estamos en el Malahain.
All right.
Apoyando a los 49ers. Let's go Niners!
Love it. Are you thinking about making a pilgrimage down? I might try to make the game in Mexico City. Any anticipation on your end trying to make it?
No.
Too far of a journey? Yeah, that's a long one. Have you guys been here to this stadium before in Denver?
Yeah.
How do you like it here?
Oh, it's very nice city. That's very nice city.
Friendly fans in the opposing Denver? Yeah. Who's going to be the breakout player of the day today? Who are you pulling for most?
Today?
Yes. Go Niners! Kittle is the breakout player. Who do you think is going to break out today?
Same.
Kittle? I love it. I love the support. Yes.
Yeah,
Get Kittle going.
Garoppolo.
I love it. I love it.
Let's Kittle and Garoppolo.
Yes, I appreciate you. Enjoy the game, guys.
Kittle and Garoppolo le van a romper la madre a los Broncos.
All right. Let's go Niners. Love it. William Bennett, appreciate your super chat. Rob, those that know the channel, you are proud of you both, bro. No one gives this kind of content. Appreciate that, man. Sorry if I struggled to read that. It's on a small screen here, but I absolutely love, look at this crew. Look at this motley crew of folks just coming in to watch a game. Wearing, even one with a Sharks jersey on. Like, who does that? Who does that? Only Niner faithful do that. Let's go. Let's get this W. Yes, this is a crowd that has some energy to it. These are the kind of people that we want to talk to. All right, you guys all have an opinion on who's going to be a breakout player in the game today?
Well, I mentioned Kittle earlier, man.
Kittle.
But I got a secondary player for that.
Okay, that's right. We did get that earlier on the broadcast.
And it's going to be Jimmy G, man. That's
Jimmy
the man right
G
there.
as the other. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
I love it. What
Yes,
about
sir.
the ladies next to you? What are your predictions for the game?
We're gonna win. We're just gonna
We're
win.
going to win this one.
We're just gonna
Obviously,
win, that's
Niners
it.
do nothing but win. And Jimmy wins too, right?
Jimmy
Yes.
is a winner.
Kittle.
Kittle.
Kittle for sure.
Kittle for sure. I like it. What's he going to do? Give me a stat line. Couple of touchdowns. I predicted he'd have 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns at least. Like he's coming back. He's ready. He's
Yes.
ready.
He was fired up talking about this game, right?
And he's really good with Garoppolo.
Hufanga pick 6 prediction. Hufanga's had a phenomenal season to this point. Super
Hufanga
excited.
pick 6.
Hufanga pick 6. You heard the bold prediction here. I love it. All right. Will the defense be able to hold it down again today? What do you think?
I think definitely they're gonna play their best game, especially because they're playing against Russell Wilson and they already know what they're up against. So I think we're gonna be good.
Are we going to sack Russell Wilson a couple of
for
times
sure.
today? Yes.
Bosa is gonna be on his game today. Bosa.
Bosa.
Oh yeah.
I love
yeah.
it.
Yes.
I love the confidence.
Yep.
I appreciate
Let's
you guys
get better.
coming on the program. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Enjoy. Yes. Let's get it. Look, again, this crew is just nothing but trouble here. All right, who's the breakout player today? Who you got your money on for a statistical anomaly? I got to get your face in the frame.
This is bad. I would have to say, I don't even know, man.
Ayuk,
yeah,
I like
I
that
would have to say
prediction.
Ayuk, yeah,
It's
Ayuk.
destined to be Ayuk because I didn't start him
Yeah.
on my fantasy team. So for sure,
Yeah,
he's
Ayuk.
going off today,
yeah,
bro.
Ayuk is definitely going to be like.
And I did start George Kittle, so that could be a bad sign as well.
I started him too.
Yes, it's the jinx in fantasy, right?
It is,
you
it
start
is.
the player and
I
then they
made sure
drop
to
off.
throw him in real quick last second because he's been on the bench for the past 2 weeks.
Yes.
And I really hope he produces. We need it. We need it.
Absolutely.
But we're here. I think he's gonna do work.
That's Fernandez.
Fernando. Appreciate you being on, Fernando. All right, we're going to get around to a little bit more of the crowd, and then I got to go because it's pregame, and I got to enjoy while I'm here. You know how that is. See some more Niner faithful. I like the green jerseys. I like the crowd going on here. Let's see if there's anybody that we recognize faithful. Again, I'm very pleased with the Niner turnout. A lot of red and gold throughout the parking lot. A lot of red and gold. All right, let's keep on trucking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can't get ourselves an interesting we are filming a live stream talking about the Niners. Who's gonna win this one, huh? Yes, let's go. Love the excitement, love the excitement. People are hyped. We're feeling like a victory. We feeling like we taking this one? Yes. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Yes, absolutely love it. Good confidence, good weather, good times, good fans, good music, good smells in the air, that's for sure. Denver has seemingly no shortage of skunks around here. No shortage. All right. It is a red and gold takeover. I'm telling you, C-Lot is on point. C-Lot is popping. If you are looking for faithful here near the stadium, you do want to come over to C-Lot because it's happening. We got a good crew out here. Yes, indeed. You ladies have anything you want to say about the 49ers beating the Broncos today? Who do you think is going to be the breakout player of the day for the Niners?
Oh my God.
Nothing? No answer? Jimmy Garoppolo, perhaps? No, just camera shy. That's all right. You don't have to answer. Enjoy the game. Some people don't want to be a part of the live stream. Some people get embarrassed on camera. Not me. I have no embarrassment. I have no shame. But some people would rather not show their faces. All right. It looks like people are starting to head towards the stadium. I need to do the same myself. I just want to say that this was awesome, man. I really appreciated being on here, having Steph Sanchez on, having Javier Vega make an appearance, having Jordan Elliott make an appearance. If I see any other Niner faithful that want to hop on, you know that I will. If I come across anyone that has anything to say in these last closing minutes, I will. But otherwise, I appreciate those that were here in the chat, those that hit the like button there for me, those that tried to share this pregame experience with more faithful, because I just wanted to try and bring something unique where you get a little bit of a taste of what it's like pregame, walking around the parking lot, seeing other Niner faithful, people constantly coming up to you shouting, let's freaking go, right? Getting that energy going prior to walking into the stadium. It is absolutely an experience and one that I wanted to share. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that it brought a little something that you hadn't had before. And I will continue to do these, continue to improve them as well. Maybe even make it a little more of a setting up a set in the parking lot and try and get it a little more organized, whereas this is free form, if you will. Just sort of wandering around finding the experience. But again, appreciate everyone that was here. Appreciate those of you that put in the super chats, those of you that put in the comments, especially those that let me know the audio was or was not good at various points. I'm going to be headed in. We'll be headed into that stadium in just a moment, as people are right now. Let's go Niners. Let's get this freaking dub. Go Niners.